You think it's just age, right? That your legs feel heavier each morning because you're just getting old. But what if I told you that skipping one simple food before 8:00 a.m. is silently stealing your leg strength, shortening your stride, and pushing you closer to the walker, the wheelchair, even permanent immobility? You see, after 60, the body enters a battle every morning, a hidden war between muscle maintenance and muscle loss. And most seniors, they're unknowingly helping the wrong side win. It doesn't hurt, it doesn't come with warning signs, but day after day your legs are quietly giving out, until one morning you can't get up without grabbing the armrest. This is not about supplements, not about some expensive pill. It's a basic food, likely already in your kitchen, and eating it the right way could slow leg aging by 10 years. If you're over 60 or care for someone who is, this is the wake-up call. Because the difference between walking confidently and falling alone in the kitchen starts with what's on your plate. This video is packed with elderly reflections, senior health tips, life lessons from the elderly, and powerful motivation to keep you strong, balanced, and independent. You'll also hear the story of Robert, age 70, a retired engineer who thought it was just aging until his legs nearly failed him for good. So don't scroll, don't skip, because the first 3 minutes may just save you years of suffering. If you're finding value in the wisdom of senior health and stories that inspire change, tap the like button and subscribe for more powerful reflections and life-changing habits. We deliver real elderly wisdom every week. Let's dive in. There's a phrase quietly circulating among geriatric doctors. Sarcopenia doesn't scream, it whispers. And it's those whispers that slowly take away what so many seniors treasure most: independence. Most people assume leg weakness is just part of aging, but what they don't realize is this: your muscles, especially in your lower body, are at war with time. And you may be unknowingly surrendering every morning. After the age of 60, your metabolism slows, your hormonal profile shifts, and worst of all, your ability to rebuild muscle declines rapidly. And yet most seniors still wake up, skip breakfast, or worse, replace it with coffee. This sets off a dangerous chain of events. After 7-9 hours of sleep, your body is in a fasted state. That means your internal fuel tank is running low. If you don't eat something nutrient-rich and muscle rebuilding within the first hour of waking, your body starts pulling from the only reserve it can access quickly: your own muscles. And it doesn't start with your arms. It starts with your legs. These are your biggest muscle groups and the first to go. Every time you skip breakfast or only have toast or sugar-heavy cereal, your legs pay the price. And it's not a price you see right away. No, it creeps in. One morning your knee feels stiffer. Another day you stumble off the curb. Eventually you push off with your arms just to rise from a chair. And soon enough, your morning walk becomes a memory instead of a habit. But this isn't just anecdotal. Science has confirmed it. According to Tufts University and the U.S. National Institute on Aging, seniors can lose up to 33% of their leg muscle mass within just 10 years if they do nothing. That's 1/3 of your power to stand, walk, climb stairs, stay balanced, and avoid deadly fall. It's a slow, silent killer of independence. Yet there's hope, and it begins with breakfast. Seniors who consistently eat a high-quality protein-rich breakfast recover up to 35% of their lost leg strength in only 8 weeks. That's not just improvement, that's transformation. And it's not done with supplements, pills, or gym workouts. It's done in your kitchen. And here's something no one tells you: muscle loss doesn't care if you're active or not. It begins silently. You can be gardening, walking, even dancing once a week. But if you're waking up and skipping fuel, your muscles are breaking down faster than you're building them. That's why thousands of seniors are waking up tired, with numb feet, stiff calves, and legs that feel like they belong to someone else. And worse, many brush it off. I guess that's what getting older feels like, but it doesn't have to. Robert, 70, spent decades in construction engineering. He climbed ladders, trekked rugged terrain, lifted beams, and never once thought twice about the strength in his legs. But at 70, things felt different. His mornings began with a struggle. His legs didn't hurt, they just felt slow, heavy, disconnected. One cold January morning, while walking to his front porch to grab the newspaper, he misstepped on the final stair. It wasn't a hard fall, but it was enough. Enough to shake his confidence. Enough to whisper what he hadn't wanted to admit: I can't rely on my legs anymore. His wife noticed the change, the careful way he lowered himself into chairs, the slight limp that showed up when he got tired, the fact that he no longer suggested morning walks. But Robert didn't have any diagnosed illness. No arthritis, no Parkinson's, no injury. What he had was sarcopenia, age muscle loss. And like many, he thought it was inevitable, until a routine doctor's visit changed everything. His doctor asked him, "What do you eat when you wake up?" Robert shrugged. "Coffee, sometimes a slice of toast." The doctor looked concerned. "That's not enough. Not at your age. Your muscles need fuel, especially first thing in the morning. Otherwise, they begin to break down, and they don't rebuild like they used to." That conversation stuck with Robert. He began researching. He watched videos, read medical journals, talked to a nutritionist, and the truth was shockingly simple. The single best way to stop leg muscle loss wasn't a supplement. It was breakfast. He made small changes. No more skipping meals, no more empty calories. He started each morning with a real source of protein. A boiled egg, a spoon of Greek yogurt, a bit of oatmeal with chia seeds, sometimes even a slice of salmon. Within 3 weeks, Robert noticed the change. His legs felt lighter in the morning, his steps more stable, no more stumbling off the porch, no more grabbing both knees to rise from a chair. Just quiet strength, slowly returning. Within 2 months, he was walking a mile a day without stopping. The cramps disappeared, his confidence returned, and so did his sense of independence. And here's the powerful truth. This isn't just Robert's story. It could be yours, or your father's, or your grandmother's. Because the same science that helped Robert restore his balance, his circulation, his energy, it's available to every senior willing to start their morning a little differently. In the next part of this video, you'll discover the 5 exact breakfast foods Robert used to protect his muscles and reverse the aging process in his legs, and the morning habits that made them work even faster. Because the freedom to walk, to stand tall, to live fully after 60, starts with what you eat before 8 o'clock a.m. Every morning after 60 is a silent decision point. Either you nourish your legs or you begin losing them. And the tragedy is, most seniors don't even realize it's happening. That morning cup of coffee on an empty stomach, skipping breakfast entirely, or reaching for sugary white bread, these seemingly small choices quietly accelerate leg muscle loss, reduce balance, and slowly strip away independence. But what if reversing this decline was as simple as what you put on your plate, and the first 5 minutes after you wake up? Let's begin with food, the fuel your legs desperately need after 7-9 hours of overnight fasting. According to a study by Tufts University, older adults who consume a protein-rich breakfast with key minerals can regain up to 35% of lost leg strength in just 8 weeks. And these aren't exotic superfoods. They're simple, affordable items found in almost every grocery store. Start with whole egg. This everyday food is a powerhouse of essential amino acids, especially leucine, a key compound for triggering muscle protein synthesis. And don't skip the yolk. It's packed with vitamin D, B12, and choline, which improve neuromuscular signaling between your brain and legs. One study from the University of Illinois showed that seniors who ate 2 eggs each morning significantly improved their ability to stand without assistance. And here's the best part. It's incredibly easy to prepare. Boiled eggs, a light scramble with spinach, or even a poached egg on whole grain toast can serve as your first line of defense against morning muscle breakdown. Next comes oatmeal with chia seeds, a seemingly humble dish that provides stable energy, fights inflammation, and enhances mineral absorption. Oats are rich in beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that supports blood sugar stability and reduces chronic inflammation, which often hinders muscle recovery in seniors. Chia seeds bring in magnesium, potassium, calcium, and omega-3s nutrients that directly support muscle contraction, reduce leg cramps, and promote circulation. Countless seniors who adopted this simple breakfast reported less leg soreness, better stamina, and a clear reduction in nighttime cramps. Even a small bowl can set the tone for strength. Then there's the often overlooked Banana Nature's electrolyte pill. With around 400 mg of potassium per serving, bananas help regulate the electrical charge across muscle membranes. This helps prevent spasms and misfiring in the legs, especially after sleep, when the body is low on minerals. Harvard research showed that older adults who ate bananas regularly had a 33% lower incidence of leg cramp, and when paired with oatmeal or yogurt, the banana's potassium works synergistically to stabilize muscle function. One caveat: seniors with diabetes or kidney issues should opt for slightly underripe bananas to avoid blood sugar spikes. Greek yogurt is another essential food that offers nearly double the protein of standard yogurt. Along with casein rich in calcium, vitamin D, and probiotics, Greek yogurt not only supports muscle and bone strength, but also improves gut health, which is closely tied to nutrient absorption. A study from Maastricht University found that seniors who ate 20 g of casein protein every morning saw measurable gains in leg strength and balance. Add a sprinkle of chia seeds or unsweetened berries to your yogurt for a nutrient boost. Oh, finally, we have pan-seared salmon or other fatty fish like sardines and mackerel. Just 2 servings per week can help seniors retain up to 27% more leg muscle mass, according to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. These fish are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce muscle inflammation and improve protein absorption. They also provide highly digestible protein, vitamin B12, and vitamin D, key nutrients for neuromuscular communication. If fresh salmon feels like too much prep, try unsweetened smoked salmon or high-quality fish oil capsules. Alongside food, 5 morning habits can make or break your mobility. First, drink a glass of warm water with a pinch of natural sea salt as soon as you wake up. This hydrates your body, restores electrolyte balance, and improves circulation to your legs. Many seniors who start this habit report that morning stiffness begins to fade within days. Second, practice leg lift and balance drills for just 3-5 minutes. Stand tall, lift 1 foot 2-4 inches off the floor, hold for 10 seconds, then switch legs. Do this 5 times per side. This strengthens your calves, thighs, and hips, areas most prone to atrophy. Over time, this simple drill sharpens proprioception and balance, reducing your fall risk. Third, avoid jumping out of bed too quickly. Many seniors feel dizzy or unsteady because they stand up too fast. Instead, sit up slowly, rotate your ankles and wrists, take a few deep breaths. This allows blood to circulate gradually to your brain and legs, reducing the chance of falls. Fourth, get early sunlight. Just 5 minutes near a sunny window or on your porch helps trigger natural vitamin D production, which boosts bone strength, immune function, and supports muscle coordination. It's a tiny act that pays off over time. Fifth, never delay breakfast too long. The longer you stay in a fasted state, the deeper your body sinks into a catabolic mode, breaking down muscle for energy. Even if it's just half a sweet potato or a boiled egg, eating something small within 30-60 minutes of waking tells your body it's time to rebuild, not break down. These foods and habits may seem simple, but they are based on decades of research and real-life results. Seniors who commit to them often report less shakiness, better posture, improved stride, and fewer unexpected cramps. They begin to move more confidently, stand more steadily, and most importantly, they feel in control again. And that's the real victory, not just stronger legs, but a renewed sense of independence, one morning at a time. It often starts small, a step that feels lighter, a morning where you don't groan as you rise. For Robert, a 71-year-old retired engineer, it was the moment he stood up from his recliner without using his hands. He'd been following the morning food plan for 6 weeks, unsure if it was really working, but on that morning, his knees didn't buckle, his feet didn't feel like anchors. He simply stood, and then he walked. The transformation didn't happen overnight, but as days passed and habits solidified, eggs before 8 a.m., yogurt with berries, balance drills while waiting for the kettle to boil, his legs began to feel like his own again. His wife noticed too. "You're Quaker," she said, "and you're steady." What changed was consistency. No magic, no medicine, just movement, minerals, and meals. His mornings no longer started with black coffee and white toast. Now they began with hydration, sunlight, and purpose-driven food. And in return, his legs gave him back the freedom he thought was gone. That freedom wasn't just about walking. It meant building birdhouses again, strolling to the post office without scouting for benches, playing guitar because he could now sit and rise with ease. Life no longer required effort to move forward. It flowed. His story isn't unique. It's echoed in June, who stood through Sunday service again without leaning. In Harold, who returned to morning Tai Chi with his old group after a year of absence due to a fall. These aren't athletes. They're ordinary people who chose not to give up, and science backs them up. Research from the American Geriatric Society shows seniors over 75 following a structured morning routine improved walking speed by 23% and reduced fall risk by 31% in 12 weeks. In another study from the University of Pittsburgh, seniors who consistently consumed a protein-rich breakfast paired with light activity saw measurable improvements in their step length and standing balance in just 2 months. These are not distant statistics, they are life-changing outcomes. Let's get specific. Each morning, Robert starts with hydration. A glass of warm water with a pinch of mineral-rich sea salt. This not only replenishes electrolytes after sleep, but also supports circulation in his legs, reducing that familiar morning stiffness. Then he eats, sometimes it's a boiled egg, sometimes oatmeal with chia, sometimes a steamed sweet potato with salt. Nothing fancy, just real food, given at the right time. While eating, he opens the curtains to soak in 5 minutes of early sunlight, triggering natural vitamin D production, which supports bone strength and muscle recovery. Then he performs a short leg lift drill, 5 reps per leg, 10-second holds. It's this kind of integration, a combination of action and intention, that rewires not just the body but the mindset of aging. Harold's story further underscores this. After his fall, he was anxious about walking alone, but he committed to the routine, hydration, food, and mindful movement. Over 8 weeks, his balance improved. He stopped fearing curbs. He began leading the warm-up at Tai Chi. "I feel like myself again," he said. "Not younger, just stronger, more in control." This is what we mean when we say aging with strength. It's not denial, it's resilience. Aging without strength often leads to dependence. A chair becomes a limitation. A staircase feels like a threat. But aging with strength means reclaiming confidence. It means looking forward to mornings again. There's a dignity in choosing movement. They're reminders. They are promises we make to ourselves every sunrise, that we are not done growing, that our bodies still listen when we care. So if you've ever hesitated at the edge of your bed, fearing that first step, know this: that moment is not your enemy. It's your opportunity. When you pair the right food, hydration, sunlight, and gentle activation, you're not just feeding muscles. You're feeding memory, emotion, spirit. You're telling your legs they still matter, and they listen. The stiffness fades, the cramping stops, and in its place comes flow, steadiness, a grounded presence. More and more seniors are rediscovering this simple truth. You don't need a gym. You don't need fancy supplements. You need breakfast with purpose, breath with awareness, and belief in your ability to adapt. Your body is still changing every day. Why not steer that change towards strength? Tomorrow morning, take 10 minutes. Sit up slowly. Drink water with salt. Stand, stretch, and breathe. Eat something that fuels, not just fills. Do it again the next day, and the next. Before long, you might surprise yourself. Like Robert, you may rise without effort. Like June, you may stand longer. Like Harold, you may lead again. Let this be the moment you reclaim your morning. If what we shared gave you a new way to think about your health and strength, please leave a like and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. And most importantly, tell us in the comments, where are you watching from today? Because your journey might just inspire someone else to begin theirs.